The following is a Richey on Sports production.
It's time to play ball, OTA, and minicamp style for the Saints. Sean Payton's back, and he's got a new defensive coordinator. We'll hear from both. Draft picks? Check. How is life treating the first-round selection? And how has the Super Bowl changed New Orleans native Jacoby Jones? On the diamond, the road to Omaha continues for LSU. We'll set the stage for the Super Regional Showdown with Oklahoma and find out just what's in that home run juice Mason Katz drinks before every game. Hey, what do you get when you combine the Saints and LSU? You're about to find out. Purple, black, and gold. LSU baseball postseason, Saints off-season. From the home of the famous Swamp Burger, we're at the Swamp Room, 5216 Veterans Memorial Boulevard in Metairie, a perfect location to watch both LSU and the Saints. Hi again, everyone, and welcome to the Purple, Black, and Gold. I'm Eric Richey alongside former Saint quarterback John Fourcade. John, if you're in Louisiana right now, here in the month of June, you're talking about one of two things sports-wise, the Saints and their off-season program or LSU's road to Omaha. We've got a dose of both.
You might want to throw in the weather, too, because it's always hot down here. We're glad it's summertime. LSU baseball, Omaha, and the New Orleans Saints off-season. What more could you ask for in New Orleans? Or actually Louisiana.
As far as a Saints fan, you can ask for Sean Payton back, and guess what? Coach Payton is back roaming the sidelines for the New Orleans Saints after one of the most turbulent off-seasons in the history of professional team sports. The head coach has returned. Sean Payton back on the sidelines after serving that year's suspension for his role in Bountygate. And on the eve of the first OTA, we were the first to welcome him back. I guess talk a little bit about getting back into the work frame of mind. Now all these guys are here. I mean, we're golfing today, but soon we'll be practicing.
Yeah, we've had, in the last 5 weeks, I think, real good turnout. We're at 100% right now with the off-season program. It's good to see these guys.
What's it been like for you, Coach, to be back and to get back into it?
It's, obviously exciting. It's good to be back around the coaches and the players. There's a lot of new faces, but I think, now it's been a number of months, so you kind of get into a routine. Certainly, I'm anxious though to have a chance to see some of these guys on the field that I haven't seen, but it's exciting. It's nice.
Well, having Coach Sean Payton back is a plus throughout the league, through the Saints, through the fans, and the players. No Bountygate, no suspension. He's everything the New Orleans Saints need to bring this team back to the promised land. And the reason I say that is because this. He does so much offensively with Drew Brees, and he can control that defense right now. They didn't have anybody to control that defense last season. The worst team in all football defensive-wise. They got a new coach coming in on defense. Offensively, Sean Payton's going to pick up where he left off when they won the Super Bowl. This is a big-time plus for New Orleans Saints having these guys back together. Sean Payton, you are the man.
Now let's check out some of the draft picks, starting with the number 1 selection, 15th overall, safety Kenny Vaccaro out of Texas. Versatile guy, listed at 6 foot 214. 2 picks in round 3, starting with left tackle Terron Armstead out of Arkansas Pine Bluff. This guy's already spent time with the ones and will battle Jason Smith and Charles Brown for the starting gig. Also in the 3rd round, the Saints selected John Jenkins, big 6'3", 254-pound defensive tackle out of Georgia. He was the co-defensive player of the year at nose guard last year for the Dogs. He ran with the ones as well on the first day of minicamp. And in the 5th round, Kenny Stills, a wide receiver out of Oklahoma whose dad and uncle were both defensive players in the NFL. Let's hear now from the other Kenny, the Saints' 1st round pick. What's it been like out there running around in the NFL now?
It's been good. All the veterans were welcoming. Kind of been helping me out. I'm just trying to get the hang of things, just learn how to be a pro. And it's hot out there, man. It's a little bit more humid than Texas.
Tell me what stands out on the football field itself as far as you learning different positions and running with safety and nickel and all that. What kind of stands out?
Rob's scheme is a little bit more complex than I played last year at Texas, so I'm kind of getting the hang of things, whether I'm in nickel, whether I'm in safety. So, like I said, the veterans have been helping me out a lot with that.
What part of your game do you feel is already doing well, and what part do you really have to work on here now that you're with the Saints?
I think I really have to understand this is a new league. Working on getting deeper. Quarterbacks, every week you're going against a quarterback with a big arm, and just picking up concepts week in and week out.
Well, picking Kenny Vaccaro means they obviously don't know what's going to happen in the secondary. I'm not sold yet on this young man. Nothing against the man. I still think the Saints should have gone after a pass rusher. They've had pass rushers on the board. They decided to go defensive back. I wasn't expecting them to pick Vaccaro that high up, maybe later in the round, pick a defensive back, but not that early in the round. We'll see what happens here. I still feel they should have gone with a pass rushing guy for this new scheme, 3-4 defense. We shall see.
Just before the start of OTAs, many of the Who Dat Nation got their very first look at the Saints at Zephyr Field for the Ben Grubbs Foundation softball game. And they saw maybe the best catch in a charity softball game you'll ever see from cornerback/right fielder Deion Turner. Fence? What fence? Before the game, it was another newcomer, linebacker Victor Butler, a free agent from those Dallas Cowboys that stole the show.
Look at the roster and you look at the players, on paper they were the worst defense. But you look at the players, they don't have the worst defensive players. These are guys that have been Super Bowl champions, Pro Bowls at one time. These are great teammates. These are great football players. And you get a guy like Robin, you get a guy like Keenan Lewis, and you add him to that secondary, and a guy like me could come in and help guys pick up this defense. And, you're going to see a hell of a defense next year. That's what I'm expecting, a hell of a defense. We've already got the players to be a number one defense. You get a defensive coordinator in there and a guy who's going to be passionate and convey that passion on to the players. And, I wouldn't be surprised if we're number one in all categories next year.
It's the debut episode of the Purple, Black, and Gold where you might expect to see this Jacoby Jones, but what's this Jacoby Jones doing on the show? We'll explain. And finally, Rob Ryan speaks. Those stories on deck as we roll on from the Swamp Room, where happy hour goes down 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. And don't forget, steak night every Wednesday and Saturday. The Purple, Black, and Gold is brought to you by Roussel Tire and Car Care Center, MyHealthInsuranceLady.com, The Swamp Room, and Spirits on Bourbon.
At MyHealthInsuranceLady.com, we offer online quotes for Blue Cross, Humana, and Coventry, just to name a few.
That's My Health Insurance Lady.
We offer you expert advice on choosing a plan that's right for you and your family.
That's My Health Insurance Lady.
So go to MyHealthInsuranceLady.com for your health insurance needs.
That's My Health Insurance Lady.
MyHealthInsuranceLady.com. At Roussel Tire and Car Care Center, we understand that tires are one of the most critical components for any vehicle. We have a wide selection of tires to fit your automotive needs with a complete line of Goodyear, Dunlop, and Kelly brands. Roussel Tire and Car Care Center is also a full-service automotive repair shop with an ASE certified master technician providing the best car care service in the area. When your car, truck, or SUV needs maintenance, bring it to us and get the job done right the first time. Our friendly staff looks forward to meeting you at Roussel Tire and Car Care Center, 421 Belterre Boulevard in LaPlace. The Swamp Room in Metairie, a great place to go day or night. Tremendous drink prices, like bucket specials on Monday. A late night grill with steak night Wednesdays and Saturdays. 17 HD TVs with the Major League Baseball extra innings package. Pool, darts, and plenty of good times. The Swamp Room in Metairie on Veterans Boulevard, where the only thing better than our swamp burgers are the people that serve them.
You can sail a boat without a captain, but sometimes you don't know exactly where you're going. And I think that having him back is kind of giving us, redirecting us and getting us back on the right path. And I think everything we've seen so far kind of proves that.
Saints right tackle Zach Strief already in mid-season soundbite form with that one, explaining the difference between this Saints team with Sean Payton. I'm Eric Richey alongside 1982 Senior Bowl MVP John Fourcade. John, I know it's a busy week for you. Why don't you tell people what's ahead for you?
Eric, I'm heading to Oklahoma to help these victims out of the tornado disaster they've had, not just once, but twice in 10 days. Major disaster up there with Oklahoma victims of the tornadoes. I have 3 trailers going up there, 35-footer, 28-footer, and a 12-footer, fully loaded. But I have to get my hats off to Punctual Abstract on the West Bank. They got together with myself, and they loaded us up. We decided to do this trip. It's to help give these people stuff back. They need supplies. They need help. I did it for the Sandy victims up in New York when the Sandy storm hit up there. I went to West Texas when they had the explosion in West Texas. And now we're going to Oklahoma City, Norman, Oklahoma, and more Oklahoma. You're going to help these people out. It's a trip we plan on doing for the last couple of weeks. You help these victims. If you can donate, donate, people.
Certainly appreciate it, John, and well done. That's a nice move, and I know you did the other trips as well. Certainly, as OTAs began, the muzzle was finally lifted off of the new defensive coordinator, Rob Ryan. We all wanted to hear from him, and when he finally spoke, Paul Boron was there.
He is a big guy with an even bigger personality, but Rob Ryan is humble when it comes to being a part of the Saints coaching staff.
It's awesome. I mean, you know, I got lucky. I mean, I came out here. I'm fortunate enough to get with a great program like the Saints, led by Sean Payton. I haven't felt this way since I was in New England with Bill Belichick. So I'm working for the best, and I hope to be a small part of our success.
And Coach Ryan, you know, he adds a little humor to everything, and he's a great coach. You know, he comes from a long line of his dad was a great coach, his brother's a great coach, and you know, he brings a little more humor to us, and also aggressive coaching style, and it's more of attacking, and you know, that's what we love to play in.
It's been fun. You know, he's getting back to just the simple defense and just coaching smart and tough players. If you got those two, you can play for him, and the rest of it kind of, you know, plays out. The guys are flying around. He's developing the culture. He's very multiple in defense, so guys are having fun learning it. And, you know, once we get it all packed, we'll be all right.
Ryan was a linebackers coach in New England, but has spent the last 9 years as a defensive coordinator in Oakland, Cleveland, and most recently Dallas. He comes to the Saints hoping to turn around the worst statistical defense in history. And after being fired by the Cowboys, both Ryan and the Saints D have something to prove.
I think we all have a chip on our shoulder after last season. You know, I don't like getting fired. You know, I know I had a job in 5 minutes, so it was no big deal. But you know, I know I got my feelings hurt, and so did our players, and we're looking to do something about it.
Ryan is overhauling the defense, moving from a 4-3 to a 3-4, which means players are starting from square one, and in some instances, doing so while working at new positions.
That's what the OTAs are for. You give them a ton of stuff and really get to know these teams. Everybody knows them except me. You know, so I want to be a part of this. I got to push these guys mentally to the limit, see what they can and can't do.
It's been fun. It's nothing new to me because I've played multiple positions throughout playing football. It's exciting though. It's fun to get back out there on the edge, and it's not going to be my main position. Nobody knows what your main position is going to be. You know you're going to be playing everything.
Ryan has several reasons to believe the defense will be better, including having a linebackers coach who won't be splitting time with head coaching responsibilities.
The big thing for me is, you know, I have the best assistant coach in football already here, this side of Dick LeBeau, and Joe Vitt. So he never coached a single snap of defense last year. That's like getting a first-round pick. You know, we got Joe Vitt coaching defense, and I'm part of that.
Like his old boss in New England, Ryan's current boss here with the Saints emphasizes do your job. Well, that's exactly what Rob Ryan plans to do, and do well. In Metairie, Paul Boron for Purple, Black, and Gold.
Having Rob Ryan is definitely going to be a plus. Can't get any worse than it was last season with the worst team on defense in the history of football. I think he's going to bring some attitude to this defense. They need attitude to this defense. Another factor is he's going to bring the right players on board to help this defense. He doesn't care who you are. His job's on the line as well. Hey, one-year wonders, it looks like. You know, Spagnuolo was last season. Rob Ryan will get the job done defensive-wise because Sean Payton's back to oversee this. He's on the offensive side of the ball. Rob Ryan's on the defensive side of the ball. They will get the right players in here, turn this team around. I look forward to seeing this team play next season and winning the South.
John, certainly thanks for your help tonight on this show, and safe travels to Oklahoma.
Thank you, Eric. I appreciate it, my friend.
As we go to break, we check in with another NFL star from New Orleans. And no, Jacoby Jones does not play for the Saints, but the Super Bowl champion Baltimore Ravens do wear purple. It's safe to say Jacoby Jones knows how to give back. Last weekend, like he's done since he's been in the NFL, Jacoby returned to the place it all started for him, Pontchartrain Park, and with help from his mother Emily and fellow NFL stars, conducted a youth football camp for free. But this time, he does so as a Super Bowl champion, and after 2 long touchdowns, could have very well been the Super Bowl MVP. What's it been like since you won the Super Bowl?
Really, no difference. You know, it's just same old, man. You know, I've been having fun, enjoying life, dancing with the stars. It helped me out. It got me in more shape. I can tell you that. You know, doing 10 weeks, 7 days a week, 6 hours a day is crazy.
What's your message to people right now?
Man, anything in life is possible. Turn your dreams to goals and enjoy yourself. You only live once.
The reason why this camp is so important to me because Jacoby grew up at Pontchartrain Park, and he was a kid that was always, inspired by being a part of something, being out there, meeting people. And so he does it for the urban city kids because those that don't have an opportunity, to buy a ticket to go to a basketball game or buy a ticket to go to a football game, but they have this opportunity here to do it today.
You're seeing these kids smile, seeing them laugh, getting them better, teaching them little things that you never knew in high school. You just watch, like guys like Peter Ward, I was watching him. And now he out here with me coaching and just trying to get the kids better.
It was at the Swamp Room in Metairie almost 2 years ago that Jacoby predicted that he would return to New Orleans and win a Super Bowl, something he acknowledged just moments after the Ravens beat the 49ers.
And if I can recall, I told him on CST that when I win the Super Bowl, it was going to be in New Orleans. Did I not?
We're going to be going back to the Swamp Room where you made some pretty prophetic comments about 2 years ago. You got any message to the people at the Swamp Room?
I told you so. I told you so.
At Roussel Tire and Car Care Center, we understand that tires are one of the most critical components for any vehicle. We have a wide selection of tires to fit your automotive needs with a complete line of Goodyear, Dunlop, and Kelly brands. Roussel Tire and Car Care Center is also a full-service automotive repair shop with an ASE certified master technician providing the best car care service in the area. When your car, truck, or SUV needs maintenance, bring it to us and get the job done right the first time. Our friendly staff looks forward to meeting you at Roussel Tire and Car Care Center, 421 Belterre Boulevard in Laplace. The Swamp Room in Metairie, a great place to go day or night. Tremendous drink prices, like bucket specials on Monday. A late night grill with steak night Wednesdays and Saturdays. 17 HD TVs with the Major League Baseball extra innings package, pool, darts, and plenty of good times. The Swamp Room in Metairie on Veterans Boulevard, where the only thing better than our swamp burgers are the people that serve them.
This is what coming to LSU is all about. Super Regional in the box to go to the World Series. Are you kidding me?
Two-time National Coach of the Year Paul Metairie brings us back from break, and what an exciting time it is for LSU baseball, where this magical journey has already offered up a series of lifetime memories. And for center fielder Andrew Stevenson, he's certainly had his share. After taking care of business, SEC tournament, taking care of business here in the regionals, now it's off to the Super Regionals. How's it feel?
It feels great. I mean, we have a chance to go to Omaha, and you grow up, that's what you want to do. You want to go to Omaha. That's what you dream of. And to have the chance to do that is something special.
You've had 4 consecutive major catches in the postseason, SEC tournament finals. You had one in the second game of regionals that really bailed Aaron Nola out in your team in the first inning. A couple more in the final championship game here in regionals. What is it about your defensive plays? And I guess kind of tell us about those 4 plays.
Just trying to get the best read I can off the bat, and then once I see it, just run like crazy, go get it.
Out of those 4, do you have a favorite? What stands out of the SEC tournament championship game that you made the great catch, saved runs? The final championship game, you've made catches that saved runs. Which one stands out? Which one's your favorite?
They're all fun, but probably the SEC championship game. That was probably my favorite.
The visitors from Oklahoma, fresh off a 3rd regional title in 4 years as they swept through the Blacksburg Regional. Before that, the Sooners swept through the Big 12 Championship in 4 games. So overall, an 8-game winning streak for OU, which came on the heels of a slump, losing 9 of their last 11 near the end of the regular season. Now their star player, one of the top pitching prospects in the country, talking about junior right-hander Jonathan Gray, who was 2nd in the nation with 138 strikeouts. 23 of those have come in his last 2 outings, which were both complete game victories. LSU certainly has one of the top pitchers in the land as well. It's the birthday boy this week, turning 20, the ace, Aaron Nola. At 11-0, the sophomore right-hander has a better record than Gray, and oh, by the way, also has a better strikeouts to walk ratio. Aaron, your mentality now as you go into a super regional, and again, growing up here in Baton Rouge, I mean, you've seen super regionals here. You realize what this place is going to be like. Your mentality when you take the bump against Oklahoma.
Just same thing as I've always been doing. Go out and compete and don't change anything I've been doing. And the box is going to be, it's going to be even louder and more people coming out than the regionals. And we're looking forward to it, and we're going to take it to our advantage.
In some of our previous shows, we've had fun with the hypothetical 5. Well, we're going to deviate up a little bit here with the purple, black, and gold. We're going to offer up a question or a topic to our subject and give them one word to give us an answer. So here we go. Let's have a word, or in this case, 5 words, with LSU senior first baseman Mason Katz. Let's start with Rafe Rhymes.
Clutch.
Alex Bregman. Kobe.
Kobe, perfect. Kobe.
Home run juice.
Billy, my dad.
Aaron Nola.
Winner.
Super regionals at the box.
Close.
Good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
And we are not through with Mr. Katz. When the purple, black, and gold returns, we shine the eye of the tiger on Mason's home run juice. We're at the Swamp Room, which has a wide selection of beers from friendly priced domestics to craft beers from all over the world. 22 beers on tap and hundreds of bottles to choose from. We'll be right back. The Swamp Room in Metairie, a great place to go day or night. Tremendous drink prices, like bucket specials on Monday. A late night grill with steak night Wednesdays and Saturdays. 17 HD TVs with the Major League Baseball extra innings package. Pool, darts, and plenty of good times. The Swamp Room in Metairie on Veterans Boulevard, where the only thing better than our swamp burgers are the people that serve them.
At MyHealthInsuranceLady.com, we offer online quotes for Blue Cross, Humana, and Coventry, just to name a few.
That's my health insurance lady.
We offer you expert advice on choosing a plan that's right for you and your family.
That's my health insurance lady.
So go to MyHealthInsuranceLady.com for your health insurance needs.
That's my health insurance lady.
MyHealthInsuranceLady.com.
I knew we were going to battle. I knew when we got down, we weren't going to give up. Like I said, we didn't play our best, but hey, we got the job done, and we got another weekend to play.
I think everybody in that locker room, when we set foot in that locker room before the game, believes that we're going to win the game. There's no doubt in anybody's mind, and I think that's the mindset that all of us have, and I think that's why we're successful.
Both Alex Bregman and Rafe Rhymes made the all-regional team, and that was certainly no gimme, especially after this nasty collision in the opener with Jackson State. Both players left the game following the face-to-face meeting, but both returned for the rest of the tournament and made a significant impact. That was great to see, especially after the meat of LSU's order hit a collective 237 in the SEC tournament. But then, look what the best 3-4-5 hitters in the country did in the Baton Rouge Regional, each hitting 400 or better, combining for a 469 average. When I was a little guy, maybe 8, 9 years old, listening to my favorite team, the Cincinnati Reds, on the radio, a post-game interview show, the star of the game, Joe Nuxall, interviewing Johnny Bench, who told Joe that his mother had visited from Oklahoma and given him his favorite, home run gravy, before the game. Well, Bench hit 2 home runs in that game. I immediately started eating gravy, but the home runs didn't come. The same cannot be said for LSU first baseman Mason Katz after he had a little bit of what his dad calls the home run juice. Welcome to the Katz residence, where here in Harahan, Mason's father Billy, a fitness guru, makes what the family fondly refers to as home run juice.
And he was like, here, just drink it. It's just, you know, vegetables and things like that. It's good for you. I was like, okay, sure, before a game. Well, sure enough, of course I drank it that day, and I hit a home run that day.
So Mason started drinking the juice before every game. Well, almost every game.
Not knowing if he liked it or not, he never said anything until the one time we didn't bring it. Then he said, Dad, where's my juice? So then we realized, maybe he really likes this. And he had a bad game, so ever since, the home run juice, I guess it just took off.
That's when the tradition was born. Now, before every game, this is the ritual. As for what's in this long ball concoction, back to the juice master.
My base ingredients are kale, spinach, cucumber, celery, lemon, apple, grape, kiwi. And I'll add different fruits. I'll add blackberries, strawberries, oranges, just depend on, you know, what fruits are better in season. And then I started adding the jalapeno because Mason and I both like things kind of spicy. Put them in, what else but a mason jar. I could probably go out there and hit a home run right now.
And with the way Mason has been hitting the ball, it didn't take long for his teammates to join in.
Well, I saw the ball he hit, you know, and I was like, I got to get some of that, man.
What's it taste like?
Man, I don't think it tastes great. He seems to enjoy it.
I think it tastes great. You can ask everybody else on the team. They probably would say it wouldn't taste good.
To me, it tastes like a juice that has a little zing to it.
It's been cool for us, you know, for me and my dad to have a little something different than a little, I guess, bond sort of thing while we go through this journey through college baseball.
As a father, as good of a baseball player as, you know, nobody knows him as a person. He's, you know, a much better person than he is a player, and he's a pretty good player. I love you. I love you. Good luck. Thank you.
We're down to our final time out here in the purple, black, and gold. Remember, the Swamp Room has 17 high-def TVs, and they show all the local sporting events, including NFL Sunday Ticket and MLB Extra Innings. Whether you're a Reds fan or a Cardinals fan, come to the Swamp Room. At Roussel Tire and Car Care Center, we understand that tires are one of the most critical components for any vehicle. We have a wide selection of tires to fit your automotive needs with a complete line of Goodyear, Dunlop, and Kelly brands. Roussel Tire and Car Care Center is also a full-service automotive repair shop with an ASE certified master technician providing the best car care service in the area. When your car, truck, or SUV needs maintenance, bring it to us and get the job done right the first time. Our friendly staff looks forward to meeting you at Roussel Tire and Car Care Center, 421 Belterre Boulevard in LaPlace. The Swamp Room in Metairie, a great place to go day or night. Tremendous drink prices, like bucket specials on Monday. A late night grill with steak night Wednesdays and Saturdays. 17 HD TVs with the Major League Baseball Extra Innings package. Pool, darts, and plenty of good times. The Swamp Room in Metairie on Veterans Boulevard, where the only thing better than our swamp burgers are the people that serve them. The Purple, Black, and Gold is brought to you by Roussel Tire and Car Care Center, MyHealthInsuranceLady.com, The Swamp Room, and Spirits on Bourbon. That will do it for the first episode of the Purple, Black, and Gold, but don't go anywhere. Keep it to CST all through the month of June. We'll combine Saints OTA's mini camp along with the road to Omaha for LSU baseball. Now for John Fourcade and all the people behind the show here at the Purple, Black, and Gold, I'm Eric Richey from the Swamp Room saying good night, everyone.